So let's talk about food, only for a brief moment. I had a salad from this hydroponics right here. I did. Had a nice salad, and I put some cauliflower, broccoli. I put some shredded cheese, some olives, green olives, and sprinkled some pepper on it. But I was sitting there eating it, and I was going to have some boiled eggs. But you know what? Opened them up. They spoil. And eggs aren't the only thing that spoils faster and expires faster. Like sometimes you can open up a egg that you buy from the store, you crack it, and it's rotted on the inside. And I never thought about, the boiled eggs going bad that fast, but they do. Excuse me. I remember when I was little, we do Easter eggs and stuff. And those Easter eggs, after you boil them and, that you dye them and stuff, they lasted a long, long time. But these eggs nowadays, no, they don't. And the cottage cheese that my husband had got, it went bad too, really soon, too fast. The cottage cheese, the sour cream, the milk, even the products on the shelf. I remember the crackers, they used to last a long time. But you can't keep them a long time because they go rancid. They get a chemical smell. And you may have noticed that when you go in the store, the shelves, the products are already expired. Like we bought something from this drink. It was on the shelf. It had already expired 2 days and we didn't notice it. And the top was like puffed up and they just left it on the shelves. They didn't pull it from the shelf. It's why don't the food, whether it be refrigerated, whether it be shelf stable, why isn't it lasting as long as they say? Why is it going bad so soon, you all? Hello. Some produce lasts forever. Susan, yes. I've noticed that with apples. And my husband had got some peaches, like 2 peaches or 3. He ate one, and there was 2 other peaches left. The one, as it sat on the counter after around a week, it kind of dried out, but it didn't get wrinkly or nothing. It was weird. It was really lightweight. So he threw it out in the yard, and the other one just sat there. It didn't get squishy or nothing, and I thought, that has been sitting there for over a week on the counter with room temperature and stuff, and it should have been really bad by then, but it wasn't. Now, the bananas, they don't last long either. They don't. They have a funny texture to them. Hello, you all. Are you noticing stuff like that? My nose is itchy. You keep buying gallons of milk, and 3 days they look yucky. Yes, clear parts and darker parts. Why is my nose itching, you all? It really is kind of itching. Let me have this on there at this hydroponics tub. This is where I got my salad from. Actually, bought that for my daughter last year for Christmas. She said that's what she wanted. So I said, well, okay, that'll last a lifetime and we can have fresh salad. But you all, back to the food, the chemicals, and this is another thing I've noticed, the loaves of bread. Now, the bread, it wouldn't last that long if you had your bread sitting out on a counter. You know that after a little while, it'll start to mold. It'll get green mold on it. This one loaf of bread we bought, don't make my throat start itching. This one loaf of bread we bought, it had sat on the counter, and it's went 2 whole weeks without any mold on it at all. Any mold, you all. And it wasn't like dried out or nothing, but it had a funny smell, but it didn't get the mold like they normally do, you all. So I wonder if there's being additives to the bread also. The bread turns to dust. The milk stains, that is gross. I have an aversion to milk. It has to be the right temperature, and it can't even be close to the expiration. I won't drink it. It's like, it can't be warm either. You've been needing to talk to people and speak about your dreams. My milk used to have a date of 2 weeks ahead. Now 2 months. Oh my gosh. Um, you see this new strange smell everywhere you go. You cannot explain it because there's nothing to compare it to. You use ice. Yeah, me too. I like ice in my milk. Um, because the quicker it goes bad, the quicker you go back to the store to buy the product. They are made to not last, and the company will sell more and more food. You know, if you think about how the manna, there's this biblical story, the manna, they were in the wilderness and they were griping and they complaining they didn't have nothing to eat. So manna fell from heaven. That's what it did. And some went out. They gathered up more than they needed for that period of time, and they thought they was going to keep it, and it went bad. It went bad, you all. So can you imagine manna falling from heaven, whatever manna was, you all? But they tried to keep it and it hoard it, and then because of that, it went bad. Yeah. Who is this? Mary McDonald. Onions are horrible. They're rotted on the inside. They're rotted on the inside. It's like the potatoes too. Some of the potatoes, they're rotted on the inside too. They look really nice on the outside and you start to peel them, but when you get to the core, they're brown and they're kind of hollowed out. It's kind of like people. They look good on the outside, but if you could look inside of them, you don't like, they're rotten to the core. The outside, they got a thick outside, you know, looks all nice. But when you start to peel it, boom. We'll start enjoying bugs like they want us to. Well, I am seeing a lot of plant-based meat and stuff, jerky, and there's more plant-based food in the refrigerated freezer sections too. I've been seeing. Now, I don't have a problem with eating like the Boca burgers and stuff. I thought they were pretty cool years ago when we could get some Boca burgers and we just eat them. It was kind of nice. But then the fruits and the vegetables, all part of the oranges are the rotten inside, and they have an awful taste too. The oranges. You shop for others, and fruits and vegetables are bad on the shelves. Yeah, plant-based. The oranges you bought, oh my gosh, they rotted on the inside too. And it could be something that they spray on them too, you all. It really could be something that they spray on there. The insects have a lot of protein compared to the cows. If you had to eat insects, and if you grew up on insects and stuff, and that was your main staple, it wouldn't be that weird. It really wouldn't. I tried to I ate something on here one time, you all. I think it was the YouTube or the Facebook. I don't know what it was. I had to make myself eat it, but I tried it. It was some kind of an insect. But I did. I ate it. Swallowed it really fast, I think. Crappy oranges, genetic engineering. Are we going there? Are you going to the insects? Avoid the nightshade. You threw a whole bag of potatoes away because they were covered. White mold. You never seen that before. You live in Arkansas. That's strange, you all. So have you noticed that they gave the cows, your body doesn't run on protein. It utilizes amino acids, sprouted nuts and stuff. Yeah. I mean, it's good to eat healthier if you can afford it, but things are really expensive now. It is. Allergies, look into this. Insects are not good for us. Allergies just, yeah. The floods here in Australia, we know why our fresh fruit will be depleting. Yes, they're modifying it, and they're modifying the crops too, you all. You can run down the road where I'm at, down the countryside and stuff, where they do their planting of their crops. They have to put signs out on them, and they say the genetically modified whatever crop it is, number whatever, rows and rows and rows of them. And it's not just where I live, it's places where other people live too, you all, who have farming communities. They have the signs on the road where they have genetically modified things like that too. Yeah. So, have you all noticed that the corn is soy? So many foods like that. Now, what particular foods have you noticed that are expiring or they're bad before you even have a chance to eat them? They don't last as long. Even the drinks and stuff too. Raw fish, and they can get worms living inside of them. Hello. Um, Less calories and less nutrition. That's true. Um, the applesauce just expired and you're still eating it. Well, that's good. Maybe it's because it's got a lot of acid and stuff in it. Celebrities were promoting. That's disgusting. Cooked cockroaches. Well, maybe they're not celebrities. Maybe they're reptilians and stuff like that. Maybe there's some other thing other than human. Deforestation, yeah. That's right, the local farmers. We actually have people near us. There's lots of farmers markets all over the place, you all. There is. So have you noticed, you all, the food is not lasting as long as it used to? It's expiring a whole lot faster. It is. That's what I'm saying. And the eggs, they get rotten on the inside. They don't last as long. Even if you refrigerate them, they don't last as long. You got to eat them really fast. The milk, the cottage cheese, the sour cream. It's the refrigerated food. The cheese, the cheese also gets mold on it really fast, and it goes bad too. The fruits, the vegetables, all of it. The crackers, any type of a cracker that if you want a shelf-stable thing, you've got to make sure it's in one of those like Mylar insides, you know, the silvery stuff. Those type of crackers and chips and stuff that are sealed in that, they have a very long lifespan compared to those that are in just regular old paper bags or plastic bags without that silver lining, you all. I had stocked up on some goldfish one time because they were like $1 a bag. Little bitty ones a long, long time ago. I thought, wow, they're 10 for $1. Or, yeah, $1 a piece if you buy 10 or something like that. So I bought the different varieties, and the ones that had lasted over a year, it was the only ones that had the silver lining on the inside. All the other ones, they got kind of rancid, and I threw them away because you don't want to eat it like that. You don't. Less food labels. That's right. Well, they don't have to put the complete labels on everything anymore. They don't. You're not having the same problems, and you all will see. Yeah. The Eco Solution, the 3D printed meat. Yeah, that's kind of interesting too. It is, you all. But I am going to go. I just wanted to ask you, have you been noticing that the food is expiring a lot sooner than, my hair is getting in my eyes, a lot sooner than it should. It's going bad. It's not lasting, and you can't count on it. You really can't count on it. So with that being said, thank you for listening. And if you have noticed certain types of vegetables or food products and stuff that's not lasting as long, could you put it in the comment section so we can have it as documentation and reference? Thank you. So with that being said, hello, wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello. From my heart to yours, love you. Have a wonderful rest of your day. You all give this video a thumbs up. Hit that like button, you all. And if you haven't subscribed, hit that subscription button. You may find that you've been unsubscribed, but it wasn't by me. It was by, I guess, Google. Love you, you all. Good night.